Well, there's nothing like. I'm gonna hate myself. I think it's one of the overtures from the opera Fidelio of Beethoven. So I'm gonna find out the hard way. We'll see if I'm right. And then after that, we're gonna do something fun.
Beethoven's Leonore Overture No. 3. Claudio Abbado led the Vienna Philharmonic.
Okay.
Classical 101.
Oops.
News about the coronavirus and its impact on Ohioans is changing rapidly. Stay up to date by visiting wosu.org.
Well, we don't need to know that, but anyway. Okay. Well, I guess I'm not going to win. I guess I'm not going to win that free pizza for not identifying the Leonore Overture No. 3 of Beethoven. So, which is from the opera Fidelio. But since I flunked at identifying one of my favorite operas that was named after a cat we own, I guess maybe it might be time to have another episode as I go to the store. Yes, I'm taking life in my own hands by going to Costco. But another satirical episode of Brother Mark, Turner Syndrome, Butterflies in Life. I have Amy to blame on this one. I figure, why not? So, so she did a series of what I was bad in school at. Okay, so I think we're all universally bad at math. She also did one on what she was good at in school. And I figure since a lot of us are kind of cooped up, quarantined, self-distancing, and otherwise going stir crazy, I figure this might be a good time just to have a little fun. So what I'm going to do is I'll start, but then I'm going to just encourage everybody to kind of play a little game. Since we got all the time in the world, and we'll just play a little game of what you're good at, what you're not. We'll start with school, and then today. So, and today, because we're all kind of quarantined and social distance, I'm going to open this up to anybody. If you're a butterfly, hey, dive in, have fun, grab a sheet of paper, or just listening and use your imagination. If you're a significant other, a spouse, a mom or a dad, you want to play, hey, join in. If you're dating a butterfly and you're the significant other, hey, join in. If you just happen to stumble on it and you want to play along, hey, that's fine. Drinks are off in the corner, so help yourself. Just a Coke and 7 Up. But anyway, okay. So, but anyway, I'll start with the things that I was terrible at, and I think we're all in agreement that we are. Well, at least for me, and I think I and a lot of butterflies can relate to this one. My great terror, math. I mean, I think with math, and the number of nightmares I had over math growing up. I mean, I was just volumes behind. I just couldn't get it. And you had teachers that were screaming at me, why can't you get it right? And, your sister can get it, why can't you? How many of you had heard that one? Or, everybody else is getting it, why can't you? And can you imagine the stigma and the shame, with that one? I will say, though, there are some things in math, and I think like Amy, I need somebody just to. I'm the type of person that I'll get it, but right now, the synapses are just not synapsing, and I'm not getting it. I don't get it. but I will get it. And I needed, probably didn't get the support I needed and the encouragement, but maybe not. But one of the things that eventually was repetition, I did get it. And I think my greatest joy and my greatest achievement in overcoming fears of math was, I happened to be in a college algebra class. I went back to get my teaching certification for elementary education, and unfortunately, as fate would have it, the funding ran out. So, yeah, that's life in the big city. But I was struggling with word problem. Couldn't get it. And I figured had a great instructor, great guy. And believe it or not, I was taking my final. And all of a sudden, it clicked. I said, "That's it!" Obviously, you don't want to scream that in the exam. And I figured out the problem, and it just went 1, 2, 3, and there was the answer, and I figured it out, and got to be in the course for this math phobic. That's a miracle. So I have to laugh. We had a older Indian man, East Asian Indian, being the proctor for the exam. The instructor had to go back to his country, and I said, "I'm sorry about the outburst, sir." And he just leaned back and just smiled in perfect traditional Indian English. He said, "It's so nice when you have those epiphanies in the exam room now, isn't it? Well done, Master Seward." Keep in mind, I was in my mid-30s, but I said, "Okay, well, that works for me." So sometimes it's just repetition. So I was terrible in math. I was good in writing, good in grammar. Unfortunately, I had some college-level literature courses that were just a terror. Now I've gone back to, now that I have an Ohio State library card, now that's closed because of the you-know-whats. But I've been able to go back to the books that were just totally incomprehensible when I was in my senior year of prep school. And I said, oh, that's what the author was getting at. I still have yet to be able to read Herman Melville. So if anybody can, my heart goes out to you. So I'm great at history. Sometimes I love it, and sometimes it's boring. I just think I do better with American history. European history, I can appreciate. I'm pretty good in history. Pretty good with charts and graphs. I love charts and graphs, but I can see why the butterflies that would strike terror. So those were the things I was good at. Math, I was terrible. Spelling, I actually did pretty well. Grammar, punctuation, the language arts, did pretty well. And oddly enough, I majored in geography. Probably my grades weren't the world's greatest, but at least I got an appreciation. It was tuition money well spent. So I am good at that. My wife, though, by contrast, doesn't have any idea. Never mind. I won't get into with my wife getting lost jokes. I could see that I'm already seeing butterflies with the clubs and torches, so I think I'd better quit. I think one of the reasons, though, that Amy gave that exercise. Now it's your turn. What were you good in school? What strikes terror? You just have a little fun with it. What are you good at today? Are you still trying to find those niches? Because here's where Amy went with it, and that's just like, yeah. And I really had to appreciate what she had to say on it. And hey, find your niche. Sometimes it's repetition. Find what you're good at and excel at it. And sometimes it takes a while. I know that I came from a family of late bloomers. We didn't really hit our strides until our 30s. I mean, my sister was that way. I was that way. Not that anybody had I'm the one with the learning disabilities. Actually, my sister was a very brilliant woman. So, but she found a niche, and she found a couple of niches that she loved. Much to my father's chagrin, she loved doing aerobic training. She loved physical education. My dad, that's something I was terrible at. How many butterflies have nightmares? Or maybe when I think of gym teachers, I think of that line. I don't know, it was Dick Cavett or David Frost said, "Those who can't teach gym." I mean, I think there are some serious things about it, because I've actually now have really taken physical education classes for elementary school teachers. So now I know the value and the fun. And I've actually done pretty well working as a substitute teacher at it in years past. I don't think I could do it now. I'd be rusty as all get out. But nothing I was bad at, gym, sword, push-ups, and the double, up and at 'em. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Is there a Xanax distributor in the house? Die. Okay. But anyway, the point of what Amy said, and the word of encouragement that I would have: you're good at something. Find your niche. I was good at creative. I was good at radio. And then I found out that very easily I could very well easily adapt to customer service. And I've been working in call centers for 25 plus years, and I love it. I found my niche. It's hard work, especially these days. I mean, I feel sorry for anybody working for the airlines right now. But the point is, I found my niche. I found what I was good at, and then I excelled at it. One thing I'm good at is I got a gift of service. I like to help people. It just comes naturally. And then I guess, we've all. And I said that's why when a butterfly's struggling, many times I can relate to struggle, because you know what, I've been there. But anyway, Amy gave her mother hen a pep talk. I'm going to be maybe the kind uncle, maybe, or maybe the father rooster. I don't know. But I'm going to say, hey, find your niche. Find what you're good at. Don't let your weaknesses define you. One sister, I love it. She always says, and I hear it all around. Don't let your condition define you. Find what you're good at. And find your niches. And you might be pleasantly surprised. And who knows? And maybe we'll have some great stories. And we'll say, hey, this is what I've done. This is what I do today. So, what weren't you good at? Well, okay. And what are you good at? And then what are you good at? And find your niche, because every butterfly is talented, has skills. Many of them have a really curious sense of humor that keeps me on my toes, and they've got a great outlook on life. And to borrow from the Turner Syndrome Society from a few years ago, they know how to be Turner strong. And that's, hey, that is priceless. Anyway, pray for me as I venture into the Twilight Zone world known as Costco, and have a little fun with that game. And I'll talk to you next time.